Good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Online, can you hear me? Am I audible? Yes, guys. Screen on కాలేదు అది అక్కడ ఆన్ చేయండి పవర్ లేదు అసలు దాంట్లో అన్ని స్విచ్లు ఆన్ చేయండి. Yes, good evening, guys. Upasna, good evening. Or Tekko, 1 minute, Upasna. ఏంటమ్మా పవర్ రావట్లేదా ఇప్పుడు వచ్చిందా? Can you hear me? Am I audible now? Online. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Perfect. Good, Upasna. Right. So let's get started. Today we are going to discuss about, okay, catch. మీకు కాదు ఆయనకి. సో మీకు ఇవ్వాలా? లేదు, అది అతనికే కదా, అతను కదా ఆన్సర్ ఇచ్చింది. రైట్, ఓకే, రైట్. సో after completing the session, again I'll ask the questions. So I have mini chocolates now, so you need to give the answer. Ready? So मेरे को chocolate नहीं चाहिए, weight बढ़ जाएगा बोल के बोलो मत, right? Right, so let's get started. So today, poor, I'm unable to understand what she's saying. You're online. Okay, I understand. I understand. Okay. So come to offline, then you're going to get the chocolate, right? So if you need, then I'll send chocolate image in chat box, right? Huh? Upasna, UPI in those kind of stuff, I'm not going to encourage. Okay, I don't have UPI. 10 रुपए लेके क्या करोगे यार? हाँ? अगर चॉकलेट है तो थोड़ा खा पाओगे, right? You're going to feel little bit happy, right? So चॉकलेट खाने से हैप्पी से फील होते हैं ना, right? So क्योंकि Blinkit. So, so how you know I have the Blinkit account? Huh? So I think my old student only, that guy, he know very well about Blinkit and Zapto. Huh? Blinkit, Zapto, Big Basket. So let's start. Okay, guys. So now how to add the users into the group, how we need to manage the users into group. Now we are going to discuss, right? So clear, guys. So first of all, we are going to create few user accounts, right? So how to create the user? User add is a command. For example, U1, right? User add U1. Guys, can we create the multiple users at a time? It's possible. How? User add U1, clever rackets. It won't work. So we are unable to create the multiple users at a time. Remember, with the help of user add, we have different ways. Directly, if you want, you can edit the etc password file. Okay. But again, you're going to face some issues while you try to assigning the password to that particular user. So that's why better to use scripts. Bash scripting will have. While we are discussing about bash scripting, at the time I will teach you how we need to create the multiple users. At present, with user add, only one user we can create, right? So right, guys. So U2, then U3, and then U4. So 4 users will have. Now how to create the group? How to create the group? Huh? Group add is a command. So now we are trying to creating the group called Red Hat. Right, guys? So we have Red Hat group. How to verify? /etc password. So we have 4 users, /etc group. So we have one group called Red Hat. See, guys, while you are trying to creating the user account, automatically groups also it got created for that particular user. U1 user having U1 group, U2 user having U2 group, U3 user having U3 group, and U4 user having U4 group. Okay, those all primary group for those users. Now, just now we created one more group called our personal group called Red Hat. Right, guys? Now, what we are doing in the sense, we are trying to adding those users into the Red Hat group. Got it, guys? So how to add the user into the Red Hat group? User mod is a command. Don't use group mod. User mod is a command. Got it, guys? User mod is a command. -a capital G. -a stands for append. Append. Capital G stands for secondary group ID. Small g, primary group. Capital G, secondary group. So now already U1 having the one group called U1 called primary group, right? Now we are trying to adding U1 into the Red Hat group as a secondary member. I hope you got it, guys. Clear? See, for example, you are one person. Your name is Ashwini. Okay. So Ashwini user will have. So Ashwini having Ashwini's own group. Actually, Ashwini, she's a member of Ashwini group. That is primary group, right? So now Ashwini, she is going to create one group. She is going to become a member into that particular group. For example, we have family group, guys. Assume this family group for us primary group, because always our family is a, right? So I hope you got it, right? So now you are trying to creating one group called friends. So Ashwini having Ashwini family group, that is a primary group for Ashwini. So now Ashwini, what she is doing, WhatsApp, guys, in WhatsApp, I'm saying, okay. So clear. So Ashwini, what she's trying to doing, she's trying to creating one group called friends, right, guys? So now this user Ashwini, she's going to become a group member into the Ashwini's friends group, right? Yes, no, that is secondary group, right, for Ashwini. I hope you got it. Like the same way, capital G is a secondary group because already user it having primary group, right? U1 user it having primary group. Now we are trying to adding U1 user into Red Hat group as a secondary member. Now Red Hat group, it will become secondary group for U1. So for secondary group, we are going to use capital G. User mod space -a means append, capital G means secondary group, right? And then you can give the group name, for example, Red Hat. So first we need to provide the group name, then username. So now user one, U1, we are trying to adding into Red Hat group. I hope you got it, guys. Then hit enter. So like the same way, we are trying to adding U2. So simple syntax, user mod space -a, small a means append, capital G means secondary group ID, and then Red Hat is a group name and U2 is a username, right? Then hit enter. Then how to verify? You can use ID command. It's not a problem, right? We know ID command, it is going to print the identification number of users, right? U1. See, guys, this is primary group and this is secondary group. So U1 having two groups now. U1 is a two group member. Got it, guys? So ID U2. U2 also having Red Hat group. So I hope you're clear. Then let's verify tail/etc group. See, U1, U2, both are Red Hat group members now. So I hope you're clear, guys. Yes, no. can we add multiple users at a time with the help of user mod? It's possible? No, it's not possible. We are unable to add the multiple users into one group with the help of user mod. But we can add one user into multiple groups. Got it, guys? We can add one user into multiple groups. For example, Red Hat is a one group, space. Linux is a one group, space. RHEL is a one group. And finally, we are going to provide the username. That user, it is going to become 3 group member. So got it, guys, right? Then how we need to add the multiple users at a time into one group? So we have one command called gpassword. So we are unable to add the multiple users into single group with the help of user mod command, right, guys? So that's why what we are doing, we are using gpassword command. So with the help of gpassword command, we can add multiple users into one group. So I said now, while we're discussing about group management theoretical part at the time, not only assigning the password for group, so we are going to perform multiple tasks with the help of gpassword. This is one kind of task we are going to perform, right? So gpassword space hyphen capital M is an option. So hyphen capital M means we are going to add the multiple users into one group at a time. Hyphen capital M. For example, we are trying to adding U3 and U4 into Red Hat group. Syntax wise, little bit different here. So first we need to provide the usernames with comma. So maybe U3 comma, U4 comma, U5 comma, U6 like this you can give, and space, and finally you need to provide the group name called Red Hat. So I hope you're clear, guys. Those both the users we are going to add into the group called Red Hat. So multiple users. So that's why we are using hyphen M. So then hit enter. So let's verify tail/etc group. So let's see, guys, here. What about U1, U2? It's gone. So instead of U1, U2, we got a U3, U4. This is a drawback with gpassword. It is not going to append the multiple users. It will override. I hope you got it, guys. So this is a small drawback, right? So if you want to can overwrite, but we are unable to append. What will have the old users into group? Those all the users it is going to overwrite with U3 and U4. I hope you got it, guys. But maximum people, they are going to use user mod only in real time. And we are going to write the small script to add the multiple users into one group. It's not a big deal. While we are discussing about scripting at the time, I'll tell you. Right? So I hope you got it, guys. Right? So clear. So how to assign the password, we know. How to assign the password, we know. So how to add the users into the group, we know. So clear. Right. So tail/etc g shadow is a file. It having 3 fields again, right? So Red Hat is a group name and it doesn't have any password. We know how to assign the password. We know how to remove the password. With the help of gpassword command, we can assign the password for this group, right? And this blank field is a group admin field. There is no group admin for Red Hat group. So now we are trying to assigning group admin for this Red Hat group, guys. Okay. Guys, it's not like this only group member, they are going to become group admin. Any user can become as a group admin. I hope you got it, guys. Any user can become as a group admin. It may be U1, U2 also. So you can assign multiple group admins. It's not like this. We need to assign one group admin. Once if you assign the group admin, we can change the group admin, but we are unable to remove the group admin. Got it, guys? Clear? So how to assign the group administrator? Let's see. Gpasser is a command, hyphen capital A is an option. Capital A means administrator. We are trying to assigning the group administrator for Red Hat group. So according to requirement, you can give any username. So U1, guys, if you want, you can assign multiple group admins also like this. U1 comma, U2 comma, U3 comma, U4 comma, like this you can assign. So U1 is a username space, Red Hat is a group name. Got it, guys? Gpasser space hyphen capital A for administrator, group administrator. U1 is a group admin. We are assigning U1 group admin for whom? Red Hat group. So let's verify. Let's verify tail etc G shadow, right? G shadow, then hit enter. See, guys, this blank field, it fill with U1. This blank field, it's filled with U1, right? Now U1 is a group admin. So group admin means usually he should have the right to add the users into the group, remove the user from the group, right? So can we add the users with the help of U1 inside the Red Hat group? It's possible now. Possible. Let's try. So usermod is a command, hyphen A capital G, right? Then Red Hat is a group name. Then we are trying to adding U2 is a user as a member into the Red Hat group, right? First of all, do one thing, log in as a U1. So we need to execute this command with U1, right? Because U1 is a group administrator. So log in as a U1. So try to execute user mod hyphen A capital G. Red Hat is a group name. U2 is a username. What happened? What I said while we are discussing about user add, user mod commands, user add, user mod, user del, those all the commands, it's only executed by root user. So normal user, they doesn't have the access. They're unable to execute user add, user mod, and user del commands. So this is a normal user U1, right? So that's why it doesn't have the access, is unable to execute this command. So he's unable to add the user. Now you need to get one doubt. Sir, if he's unable to add the users into the group, what is the use of U1 admin? Yes, no. So that's why we are going to use the password command. Instead of using user mod, if you need to add the users into the group with group admin, so we are going to use which command? Gpassword command. Small a option means append. Guys, small a, single user we can append. Multiple users we are unable to add, remember. Capital A don't work. Group administrator, he can add only one user at a time into group. So group admin as well as root user, both the peoples having the access to remove only one user from the group. Even it may be normal user, even it may be root user. So we have the option to remove only one user from the group. I'll show you practically, don't worry, okay? So gpassword space hyphen small a is an option. Small a stands for append, right, guys? Now we are trying to providing first username to whom we need to add. So U2 is a username, Red Hat is a group name, then hit enter. See, guys, adding user U2 to group Red Hat. Clear? So exit, because this guy is a normal user, he doesn't have the access to verify the configuration file. So that's why we need to exit. We are back to root user, right? And then let's verify tail slash etc G shadow. See, guys, I hope you're clear. How to remove the user from group? Gpasser is a command, -d is an option. We are not deleting the users permanently from our operating system. Just we are deleting the user from that group. That's it. will have the users into our operating system. So don't think user automatically it is going to delete from our operating system. We'll have the users into our operating system, but this user, it's not a member for Red Hat. We are removing the user from Red Hat group. So -d, for example, U3, I'm trying to removing. What happened, guys? See, guys, we need to provide the group name, right? So Red Hat, removing user U3 from group Red Hat. So let's verify tail/etc group or G Shadow, whatever it may be. See, there is no U3 in Red Hat group. So like this, you can add the users into the group. Like this, you can remove the users from the group. So got it, guys. I hope you're clear, right? Then finally, what we are going to do, we are going to delete the users. We are going to delete the group. That's it now. So how to delete the users? User del is a command -r u1. So u2, then u3, then u4. And how to delete the group? Group del is a command, Red Hat is a group. And everything it got deleted. So I hope you're clear, guys, how to manage the users into group, right? So clear? There is no Red Hat group. So now we have, as of now, how many files we discuss in this concept? How many files we discuss in this concept? In this concept means total user and group management concept. Adding one by one is okay, Upasna. Yes, ma. How many files as of now we discuss? 10. As of now means in user and group management concept, 4 files, etc password contain, etc password contain, local user properties, etc shadow contain, local user password properties, etc group contain, local group properties, etc g shadow contain, local group password properties, right? So 4 files as of now we discussed. Now we are going to discuss one more file called login.dfs, login.default, DFS. So with the help of this login.dfs file, we can change the login default settings for user. Got it, guys? Usually yesterday we discussed 0 is a UID for root user. So system users, it will start from 1 to 499 or 1 to 999 new versions. And the normal users, it will start from 500 to 60,000 in old versions, 1000 to 60,000 new versions, like that we discussed, right? Those all the default settings we can change with the help of this file. Got it, guys? So most of the people, they don't know about this file. This is called etc login.dfs. Open this file, right? So actually this file, it's related to password kind of stuff we can modify. Okay, so got it, guys. Let's see here, mail directory. So this is var spool mail. So usually while you are trying to creating the user account, automatically for that particular user, mail directory also it will create. Where it is going to store inside the var spool mail. Got it, guys? Next. So we are not going to discuss about mail servers and those all stuff. So that's why no need to bother about that mail directory. So coming to password aging, you can control. See, guys, minimum password age will have by default 99999. And maximum, sorry guys, maximum password age 99999. So minimum password age 0, right, guys? So length 5 characters and age means warning age before 7 days. According to your requirement, you can modify. So you know very well about VIM editor, right? So insert, then I'm going to make 99 days maximum password age. And then minimum age 2 days. Okay. Minimum age 2 days. Got it, guys? So minimum age 2 days. Length 5 characters and warning days we are going to get before 4 days. That's it. You can modify. Now onwards, same properties, it is going to applicable for each and every user. From now onwards, right? So next, max and minimum values for automatic UIDs, right? See guys, UID minimum 1000 because this is RHEL 7.0. You can modify. So it's not like this, you need to keep 1000. Then if you want, you can modify from 4000, your wish. So now user IDs, it will start from 4000, maximum 60,000. You can increase more than 60,000, your wish. And this is system user. We know about system users already, we discussed yesterday. So system users, it will start from 1 to 999, right? That's it now, guys. 1 to 999. But why we'll have 201 to 999? So yesterday we discussed 1 to 999 is a system user, right? 1 to 200, it's related to operating system users, right? So coming to 201 to 999, those all for services. For example, you are trying to installing HTTP service. So HTTP service, it is going to generate Apache user. So for Apache user, it is going to assign between 201 to 999. One user ID it is going to assign. So according to your requirement, you can modify the range, but it's not recommended. We can modify, but it's not recommended, right guys? Like the same way, group IDs. So now I'm going to start from 4000. Group ID I need from 4000, right? Got it, guys? The next, same system groups. Next, see guys, create home directory will have S. Means while you are trying to creating the user account along with the user home directory also it will create. If you keep no, what will happen is since user account it will create, but home directory don't create. So again, if you need to assign the home directory for that particular user, that is a little bit lengthy process. Got it, guys? So if you're providing no user account, it will create, but it doesn't have home directory. If it doesn't have home directory, where he's going to store the data? I hope you got it, guys, right? So now, so here, no need to bother about this one. I will teach you tomorrow about UMass while we're discussing about file permissions at the time. Okay. So remind me. So next, groups enable yes. And see, guys, this is an algorithm we are going to use to assign the password for user. So SHA-512 is an algorithm. So it's a very strong algorithm. It's a bit difficult to us to break. Got it. So save and quit. We are back to terminal. So let's try to create one user. What will happen? Let's see. User add is a command. I'm trying to creating one user called I1. So let's verify the I1's properties. Tail etc password. See guys, I1 user, it having 4000 UID and 4000 group ID. Let's verify the password properties of I1. So how to check the password properties? It is a shadow. See guys, so everything it got changed. So instead of 0, we got a 2. Instead of 99999, we got a 99, right? So మీరు ఇద్దరు కొత్త డెమోనా ఈ డెమోలు అయిపోయి చాలా రోజులు అర్థం కాదు 9999. సో ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ అంత కోపం తెలియరింది ఇట్లా కాదు తలుపులు వలగొడేస్తారే నాకు అర్థం కావట్లే సో 4. సో ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ 7 we got a 4. Right, guys. So let's see, guys, here. So now I hope you're clear. So according to our requirement, we can change the default properties with the help of login.dfs file. Clear? So this is all about user and group management. User and group management completed. Now we are going to start sudo permissions. Okay. So new chapter, sudo permissions. Okay. So I'm going to reset this one. Sudo permissions, SUDO. SUDO stands for super user do, like Scooby Dooby Doo, right? So super user do. Sudo stands for super user do, right? Super user, what kind of like task he's performing, with the help of sudo command, we are going to perform with normal user. So usually normal user, it doesn't have the full permission, it having limited access. So let's try to execute user add I1. What happens, see, with normal user? Permission denied, right, guys? And you people, you'll have many confusions usually. So especially who's doing AWS DevOps, those people, they have many confusions. Why we need to use sudo with EC2 user? So if you need to switch from EC2 user to root user, why we need to use this command sudo-i, or otherwise sudo su hyphen, like this commands they're going to use, right? It will ask password for student user. I'm trying to providing password. We are going to get the error. This command, it won't work into our local operating system, but it will work into AWS instance. It will work into Azure instance. It means Azure virtual machine. Why? Because by default, EC2-user, it having sudo access. Who's going to provide the sudo access? Amazon, they're providing the sudo access for EC2 user account. But this is not Amazon instance, right? This is my operating system. I have installed into my laptop. This is local operating system. Student user is a normal user like your EC2 user. Now, what we are doing in the sense, we are trying to providing the sudo permission for student. Exactly what is the use of sudo? Your people, you are executing sudo commands, but you don't know why you are adding sudo in front of the command, right? Blindly you are executing. Kaam chal raha hai, utna hi. So we can install, so successfully we got installed, that's it. Apart from that, you people, you don't know about sudo, right? Now, after completing this session, you're going to get the good knowledge in sudo now. You're going to provide the sudo access to someone. Got it, guys? So one small scenario I'll teach you. According to that, you're going to understand exactly where we need to use the sudo permissions. For example, I'm a root user. I'm a system engineer. I have the root user's access. I can log in with the help of root user. I can execute any command anywhere into our operating system. Because I'm a root, I have the full rights. I can execute. Clear, guys? Yes, no? Right. So suddenly I'm into leave vacation for 1 week, or for 1 week or 10 days, like that. I'm into vacation. So for doing no off-roading. Okay. So for doing off-roading with tar, right? Somewhere in jungle. Got it, guys? Remember, somewhere in jungle. In jungle, somewhere in forest, guys. Okay. Jungle matlab fir aap log kuch to bhi samjhenge. Haan? So got it. So for doing off-roading, I'm in forest somewhere. Okay. So there is no signal. There is no internet. Right, guys? Because I went to enjoyment purpose, right? So that's why it doesn't require signals and those kind of stuff. Yes. Suddenly, in between this 10 days, in my organization, 20 people, they need to log in. Got it, guys? They got completed the training. They need to log into the production environment. So clear. So they need users to log in into our organization, right? Okay. So now I have team. So 10 to 20 people, they're working into my team. They're all normal user. Those people that doesn't have the access to create the 20 user accounts. So because those people are normal user like student. Got it, guys? Chunno, Munno, student, Raju, Rani, those peoples will have, right? So those people, they're unable to create the user with user add command because it doesn't have the access. Yes, no. Now in the situation, what we need to do? So before I'm moving, right, what I am going to do in the sense, I'm going to provide the sudo permission for those users. Instead of sharing my username and credentials, if I share my username and credential to them, what will happen? They're going to misuse. Yes, no, they're going to misuse. So that's why what I'm going to do, I'm going to provide the sudo permission. So those people, they can execute my root user commands with sudo command. Super user do in the name itself only will have. I hope you got it, guys. The student user, it doesn't have the sudo access. Because of that reason, we got an error called student is not in the sudo ERS file. This incident will be reported. Means student user is unable to execute the sudo command. So before student user is executing the sudo command, we need to provide the sudo permission for student. Then only he can execute the sudo command. How to provide the sudo permission for student user? Not only for student user, you can give sudo access for any user account. If you want, you can give the sudo access for any group also. Both we'll discuss now, right? So login as a root user, right? Login as a root user. Clear, guys? So most of the people, they are going to edit the sudo ERS file with VIM editor. All right, guys. Most of the people, they are going to open the file with VIM editor or VI editor. So sudo etc sudo ERS is a file. Open this file. What happens? See, it's a read-only file. If you need to edit in the sense, we should say forcefully. Don't do force things. Kisko bhi force mat karo. Got it, guys? Clear? Don't do force kind of stuff in our life as well as into Linux also. So clear? I hope you got it. So I hope you understand. So no matlab no utna hi, right? So don't do anything. So unko chat karna mat karo, right? So here also like the same way, this is a read-only file. We should not edit this file forcefully. Got it, guys? See here, read this line. You are going to understand how to edit this file. This file must be edited with the vi sudo command. So we should not edit this file. It's not recommended to edit the file with the help of VIM editor or VI editor. So how to edit this file? We need to edit the file with the help of vi sudo command, right? So how we need to quit from this file? :wq exclamatory mark, and we are back to root user. Then which command we need to execute? Vi sudo command we need to execute. Vi sudo is a command to edit the etc sudo ERS file. Got it, guys? Yes, no? Vi sudo. Same file. Okay, but we don't have colors. Actually, it's a VI editor, right? So this file, it having huge content, guys. Jay Jagannath. Oh, Madan Mohan. I expect like this comments only Madan Mohan only he is going to do. Right. Okay. So in this file will have huge content, right? Okay. So actually I am very familiar with this file. So that's why directly I'm going to switch to line number 97. So this file is having more than 100 lines, guys. So I need to switch to line number 97. How? Super, guys. Very good. Okay. :97. Chocolate nahi dunga isko. होने के बाद में, right? So, and he's expecting, right? I'm trying to provide the chocolate, right? So let's see, guys, here. Hello, I'll ask you questions, then you need to give the answer, then I'll give the chocolate. Let it complete the session. After completing the session, I ask few questions, then I'll give the chocolate, right? So allow root to any allow root to run any command anywhere. This guy root, he can execute any command anywhere into our operating system. We know that already root having the permissions. So we are not going to bother about root user because he's having by default full access, right? So now to whom we need to provide the sudo access? To student user, right? So here, edit, insert, student is a username. First field is a username. Second field, guys, if you want, you can make a syntax, make a note. First field is a username. Second field, host name. Host name. Second field is a host name. I'm providing all. Means it any kind of host name. So student user, he need to execute the command. It may be localhost, local domain. It may be server.example.com. It may be client.example.com. It may be domain.example.com. Whatever it may be. All means any host name it will consider. Or otherwise you can provide the specific host name also. It's not a problem. Clear, guys? If you want, you can provide the specific host name also. For example, local host, local domain, like that host name, right? Is equal to, what is this all? This all is all the resources into our operating system. How many resources we'll have into our operating system? Those all the resources. Maybe if you're having 2000 commands, those all the 2000 commands, right? And if you want, you can use separate one command also. Only student user, he is going to execute only that particular command. Clear, guys? Then this last all is a permission. This all the resources student user, he need to execute. How many commands, how many resources we'll have into our operating system? Those all the resources student user, he need to execute, like this permissions we are providing here. Last field means that is a fifth field, right? Fourth field, right? Okay. So fourth field, it's a permission field. So all means all the access student user it's having now. Now student user, he's going to act like as a root user, but he's unable to execute the command directly. You need to add the sudo in front of the command, then you can. I hope you got it, guys. Save and quit. Then we are back to terminal. Exit from root user. We are back to student user. Let's try to execute user add I1. Can we? Yes, no? No. Permission denied only we are going to get. What we need to do? We need to add sudo in front of this command. So then hit enter. It will ask password. Okay. If you want, you can avoid the password. I will tell you how to avoid the password. Give me 1 minute. Okay. So let's see. We need to provide the student user password. Then we got created this I1 user account. If you want, you can check tail etc password. See, I1 user got created successfully with student user with sudo command. So how to avoid the password? Let's see. su hyphen login as a root user, execute vi sudo, go to line number 97. Here, what you need to do in the sense, you need to add one option called no password. We need to add one option called no passwd. Got it, guys? No passwd colon space. Simple. Then it won't ask password now, like your EC2 user. Your EC2 user, it won't ask any password, right? Because in the sudo ERS file, by default, Amazon, they implemented this line for EC2 user. Instead of student, you'll have EC2 hyphen user. If you want, you can check. Launch the instance. Okay. Login with EC2 user. Then open this file with vi sudo command, but you should add sudo. Otherwise, login as a root user, open this file, go to line number. I don't know which line number we'll have there, but here we'll have maximum we'll have line number 97 only. So go to that line number. Otherwise, navigate and search the EC2 sudo permissions. Like this, you'll have by default in EC2 instance. So save and quit. We are back to root, then exit, and we are trying to creating one more user called I2. It won't ask any password now, see, because we provided no password option for this user. Now the student user, he have the full rights. If you want to can execute now, it will work. Got it? Like you are easy to use. अभी समझ गया? What is the use of sudo permission? Clear? So now, guys, we provide the full access for student user, right? Maybe he can misuse, right? So he can edit the vi sudo file, right? So, but we should not provide like this permission for student user. So we need to provide the limited permissions. Only few commands he need to execute. Then how? Login as a root user, right? Then vi sudo. Guys, we are not going to get anything in history. Please make a note. What I'm trying to making the changes into vi sudo file, please try to make a note, because we are not going to get into the history. In history, you are going to get only vi sudo, vi sudo, vi sudo. That's it. So clear. So let's see here. Go to line number 97, right? So here we'll have student user, right? Remove this all. Remove this all. According to your requirement, you can give the commands. Guys, we should not provide the command name. We need to provide the command entire path where it got located. All the root user commands where it got located. User, root, 1 minute. Yes, bin, very good. Okay. So all the root user commands that got located into sbin, right? Okay. So got it, guys? Right. So let's see, guys, here. So now here we need to provide the path of the command, right? So sbin contain root user commands, right? Then for example, user add is a command he need to execute, comma, sbin user mod, comma, sbin group add, comma, sbin fdisk. Like this, I can give according to your requirement how many commands you need to provide, to whom we need to provide the access. Those commands you can provide there. So save and quit, right? We are back to terminal, exit from root user. We are back to student. Okay. So try to execute user add command. Can we? Yes, we can. So can we delete the user? Let's try to delete the i3 user account. What will happen? So it's asking password. Usually you should not ask the password. If it is asking password means you are unable to delete. So we got sorry was boss we don't have. Okay, just I am trying to adding. Okay, sorry, user student is not allowed to execute sbin user del hyphen r i3 as root on localhost local domain, because he's unable to execute the user del command. So can we create the group? It's possible. sudo group add is a command. Group add is a command. Red Hat is a group. Yes, we can. Can we delete the group? It's possible. Group del is a command. Then Red Hat is a group. What happens? It's asking password. Means we are unable to delete. I think group del pmiss. You are unable to delete. I hope you got it, guys. Yes, no. So can we execute fdisk command? Don't worry about fdisk. while we are discussing about the disk management concepts at the time, I'll teach you. Just for verification purpose, I have given, because fdisk is a command, it belongs to root. We can. Only those 4 commands we can execute. User add, user mod, group add, fdisk. Only those 4 commands we can. Apart from those 4, he doesn't have the access to execute remaining commands. And one more thing. So let's see guys here. Login as a root user, right? Which is a command. Which is a command. Which, for example, fdisk. So it will show you fdisk command where it got located. Simple. You did few application, you install few application into your operating system. You don't know where it got installed. At the time, you can use which, and that application name, it will show you the path where it got installed, where it got located, right? Where is also you can use. Where is which? Where is? Both are same guys. Where is also you can use. So where is, it will provide you where it got located path, and man page also. Man page also it will provide you. Okay. So I hope you got it. Maybe if you forgot, so about test bin, right? So then you can use which command and where is command, then you're going to get the path where it got located. So clear? Okay. So as of now, I hope you're clear, right? Okay. So now my question is, this is actually interview related scenario, right? So one of our students, they face this kind of issue in interview, right? So student user, right? He have the limited access. Student user, he's going to execute only 4 to 5 commands as of now. So my intention is student user, he need to execute all the commands apart from one. We have assumed this 2000 commands will have into our operating system. So we need to avoid one command, 1900 and super. Very good. Exclamatory mark you need to keep in front of the command. So got it guys? Not. Super. You're all my students only, right? So good guys. So let's see here. Really, I'm very happy today. So you people, you are giving, and at least you are few people they're giving answer. I'm very happy for that. So go to line number 97, right guys? What about సంధ్య ఏం చెప్పట్లేదు ఆన్సర్ అశ్విని అండ్ వాట్ ఈజ్ యువర్ నేమ్ మా సౌజన్య అర్థమవుతుందా ఆన్సర్ చెప్పాలి కదా సో గైస్ we need interaction. If you are interacting with me, then only you are going to learn the subject. Simply if you are sitting, there is no use. Clear? Right. And then and one more thing, in our classroom we'll have offer, right? Huh? Chocolate offer we'll have in our classroom. Okay, no one they're going to provide this much of offer, you know. Huh? For other users also, we you can see, it's not, if you want, you can execute this command with the normal user also. It's not a problem, but it is going to show you usr bin means s bin so and so command. That's it. Upasna. Okay, welcome. So let's see guys, we need to provide all. Guys, we are unable to write all the 2000 commands here manually. So that's why we need to write all. In that, I need to avoid user del command, right? So simple, has been user del, then keep exclamatory mark in front of this. Exclamatory mark, it's not like this. You need to keep here. If you want, you can keep the exclamatory mark here also in front of the username. Means this user, it won't work. Sudo permission don't work because we are going to disable. So clear? Save and quit. What happened? I think we did some mistake. Right. Guys, don't bother about this one. Okay. Vi sudo, go to line number 97, right? Then insert all, comma, I think we missed. Has been, if you did any mistake, it don't allow to save. Okay. So has been user del, then we need to keep exclamatory mark in front of this one. Save and quit. Then we are back to root user. Exit from root user. We are back to student. So let's try to create the user. Can we? It's possible. Yes, possible. Can we delete the user? Got it now. You can execute any command apart from user.del. Any command you can execute. If you want, you can execute fdisk-l. So like this, you can avoid. So this is interview point of question, right? Okay. So guys, we have alias names. Alias names. Alias. So it's one kind of variable. So we'll have few predefined alias names into vi sudo file. So we are going to use those alias names to provide the permission for sudo user. Open this file, go to line number 97, scroll up a little bit. So you can find few alias names here. See, CMND alias storage, simple man. So coming to IT department, we'll have storage engineer. Those people, they need to bother about storage. That's it. They need to execute only storage related commands. So instead of providing the storage commands manually, what we are doing in the sense, here we'll have one alias name called storage, right? It's one kind of variable. So the storage alias, it contains those all the storage related commands. So has been fdisk, has been fsfdisk, okay, has been parted, has been part probe, like this commands will have. So how to use this one? Excuse me, guys. Remove the hashtag in front of this line because we uncommented, right? So now the storage I'm going to copy, then go to line number 97. So here I'm going to provide the storage alias name here. So we are going to provide the storage alias name. Now student user, he can execute only storage related commands. That's it. So like this, we can restrict the users. Okay. Instead of providing the full permission, so maybe we'll have database engineers, we'll have storage engineers, those people, they need to execute few commands. We can create one alias name. We are going to provide the alias name for them. That's it. So clear. So now, can we create the user? It's possible. No, because we provided only storage, right? We can execute only storage related commands like fdisk. I hope you got it, guys. Apart from fdisk, sfdisk, parted, part probe, so we are unable to execute another commands. Right, guys? Can we create our own alias? Right, guys? Yes, we can. We can create our own alias. So how to create our own alias? Let's see. Vi sudo, open this file, go to line number 97. Then anywhere you can create, guys. It's not like this. We don't have any restrictions. We need to create. So here we need to create into line number 97. It's not like this. You can create anywhere, but we have few options here. So easily we are going to identify what you are trying to providing the access. Easily we are going to. So that's why we are trying to providing those permissions into before after line number 97 like that. That's it. Okay. So let's see, guys, here. So now I'm going to disable this one, right? I'm going to disable. Disable means uncommented, right? So now we are going to create one alias CMND. cmnd alias nd underscore alias, then comm, any alias name you wish. Okay, then is equal to has been user at, comma, has been user mod, comma, has been. Like this, you can add the commands according to your requirement. Has been fdisk. Got it, guys? Clear? I hope you're clear, right? Fdisk, right? So like this, you can create the alias. Now we are going to use comm alias here. If you want, you can use multiple alias names also. It's not a problem. Okay. So save and quit, right, guys? Then exit from root user. We are back to student. So now we are trying to executing user add command. Can we? Yes, we can. So can we delete the user? It's possible. No, it's not possible. We are unable to delete the user account. So can we execute fdisk command? Yes, we can, because we provide the fdisk command access for this user. So I hope you're clear, right? Yes, no. So like this, you can provide the sudo permission for user, right? So guys, coming to an organization in time in the, so we'll have 10 minutes, right? Okay. So coming to an organization, will have multiple departments, right? Got it, guys? So usually we'll have HR department. So we'll have account department, IT department, like this we'll have. In IT also we'll have multiple people, storage engineers, database engineers, IT administrators, dev team, ops team, like this we'll have, right? So now I have one team. I need to provide the sudo permission for that particular team. In the team, we'll have 10 members, right? So how you are going to provide the sudo permissions? Individually, you are going to provide the sudo permission for 10 members? No. What are you going to do? Exactly, right? So we need to create a group. We are going to add those users into the group, right? And then we are going to provide the sudo permission. As of now, how many scenarios we discussed? Those all the scenarios you can give for particular group. So we'll do one thing. So we'll create few users and we're going to add the users into the group. Then how to provide the sudo permissions for group. Now I'm going to teach you. Clear, guys? So let's see here. Same, but we have one small additional option we need to add, right? So let's check the users. I think we have few users, right? No need to create the users. We'll have few user. I'm going to add I1, I2 into the Red Hat group. I think group also will have, right? So let's check the group. Yes, we have Red Hat group, right? Now we are going to add I1, I2 users into the Red Hat group. How we need to add the I1, I2 users into the Red Hat group? User mod is a command, -a capital G. Red Hat is a group name. I1 is a username, and then I2 is a username. So now if you want, you can check tail/etc group. See, guys, so this Red Hat group having two members, I1, I2, those both the members belongs to Red Hat, right? So now we are trying to providing the sudo permission for Red Hat group. So how to provide the sudo permission for Red Hat group? Let's see. Open vi sudo command, go to line number 97. ये थोड़ा नीचे चले जाओ. So go a little bit down. So here we'll have one group called wheel. So this wheel group, it having by default permission, guys. If you add the users into the wheel group, those users, it having full sudo permission. Remember, right, guys? Now, actually, what we are doing, we are trying to providing the sudo permission for our group, guys. Group is a different, user is a different, right? So system, it should understand. So that's why for group, we need to add percentile symbol in front of the group name. Percentile Red Hat all is equal to all. So if you need to skip the password, always no password is an option, then add all, save and quit, login as a I1, right? So try to execute few root user related commands. Can we? Yes, we can. Exit then login as a I2, then try to execute fdisk-l. Can we? We can. I hope you got it, guys. Like this, you can create the group, add the members into the group, and give the sudo access for group instead of providing the access for individual users. So clear? So now we are going to discuss about wheel group. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about wheel group. So much heavy session. You are feeling heavy now. You can feel it's not a problem. Okay. But that is what customized permissions only we are trying to providing, right? Right. Okay. So let's see, guys. Yeah. So let it complete this one, guys. Tomorrow we are going to start new chapter called file permission. It's a very, very important. Don't miss tomorrow. So tomorrow there is no movies also, right? New movies. మూవీస్ ఉన్నాయా? లేవు కదా ఏమి. కల్కి అంతా లాస్ట్ వీక్ అయిపోయిందిగా. పోలేదా? రేపు మార్నింగ్ వెళ్ళండి కావాలంటే, సాయంత్రం వెళ్ళకండి, లేదంటే సండే వెళ్ళండి. ఓకేనా? సో మనోడేడి వెళ్ళాడా? రైట్. ఓకే. సో లెట్స్ సీ గైస్. యా. So we have wheel group, right? So now I'm going to add the user into the wheel group. So wheel group by default, it having full sudo access, right? How to add the user into the wheel group, guys? How to add the user? We have user accounts, right? So let's see here. etc password. We have I1, I2, I3, I4. Now we need to add the I4 user into the wheel group. How we need to add the I4 user into the wheel group? User mod -a capital J. Wheel is a group name, then I4 is a username. Simple. So ID I4. See, now I4 is a member of wheel group. So wheel group by default, it having sudo permission, right? So let's try to log in as a I4. Can we execute the sudo command now? Yes, guys. So let's try to execute. What will happen? Let's see. It's asking password. Actually, wheel group doesn't have no password, right? So we have two options now. Even if you want, you can provide the password for I4. That is one option. Or otherwise, go to wheel group, enable the no password option there. Right, guys? So whatever if you want, you can do your wish. Control C. I'm going to quit from this user and then vi sudo. Then open this one. Go to line number 97. Go a little bit down, guys. Here you can find same thing without a password. You'll have comment, right? So you need to uncomment this one. Remove the hashtag in front of this one. So save and quit, right? We are back to then login as a I4. Now try to execute fdisk-l. Can we? Yes, we can without any password. So like this, you can. Got it? So usually most of the people, they will teach till here. This much of no one they're going to teach. I know that, right? In Amirpet. Okay. So about sudo mini scenarios we discussed, right? And I have one more scenario. Can I? Okay. It will take hardly 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes. Okay. So guys, we have multiple departments. It's a very large organization, right? So we'll have the thousands of the user. So always you'll have confusion if you're maintaining only one sudo file, right? Yes, no. ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు ఏసీ వేసారు? యాప్ చేసండి. ఇప్పుడు వేసినట్టున్నారు. ఎందుకు ఆపేసండి? ఎందుకు వేస్ట్? సో గాట్ ఇట్, గైస్. సో clear. Here we have the huge, so it's a bit difficult to us to manage those many users, sudo permissions and those all stuff. We can create our own sudo ERS file instead of using default file. So default file को छेड़छाड़ करने का जरूरत नहीं है. No need to edit the default file. No need to manage the default file. You can create your own sudo ERS file. Where we need to create, how we need to create. So let's see here. cd/etc sudo ers.d. D stands for directory. Got it, guys? cd space slash etc slash sudo ers dot d, then hit enter. So you'll have few, there is no files inside the sudo rsd. Now we are going to create our own sudo ars file inside this location. So now we have few users, right? Okay, I'll do one thing. I'm going to create one user. User add is a command, right? And then we are going to create one user called L1, right? Level 1, right? So now we are going to create the one sudo ers file for L1. Got it, guys? We are trying to providing the sudo permission for L1 with our customized file. Got it? Instead of using default file, right? So where we need to create? Inside the etc sudo ars.t. So vim is editor. Any name you can give, guys. It's not a problem. I'm trying to providing L1 only. If you want to can give any name, it's not a problem. So maybe department name you can give. So according to your requirement, right? So L1, open the file, then username L1 space all is equal to. So clear, guys, where we need to create? 1 minute. See, so this is a path we need to create, right? Then open, then insert L1 space all is equal to all, right? Then if you need to avoid the password, colon all. Your wish, instead of all, you can give anything according to your requirement. So maybe if you need to provide the full permission, you can give all. If you need to provide the limited permission, so you can give according to your requirement, right? Yes, no, guys, clear. I hope you got it, right? So clear, guys. Then this is all about sudo. Login as a L1. So try to execute user at, for example, L2. Can we? Yes, we can. sudo tail slash etc password. Yes, L2 user account, it got created successfully. So this is all about sudo permissions. This is more than enough for you people, especially who's doing AWS DevOps for them. Guys, history we won't get. So please try to make a note. Because everything we did into the file itself only. So we are unable to get the modification into history, right? So this is all about the sudo ers. Yes, Upasna. I'm unable to understand Upasna. Tomorrow Saturday, I know. Day after tomorrow Sunday, right? Tomorrow Saturday, I know. Tomorrow we have session. Okay. Madan Mohan, right? Madan Mohan only he's going to ask like this question. I know. Only if you are getting like this question means from Madan Mohan itself only we are going to get by default. Yes, Upasna. Your set PLZ, please, right? So no, you are asking you to get it or not. So okay, right. We have session tomorrow. Tomorrow, don't mess. I'm going to teach very important concept. So file permissions. Without knowing file permissions, you are going to face many issues in real time. Okay, I got it. Okay. So last week I gonna to an interview and then interviewer asking me questions how to move a file from one user to another user. How to move the file from one directory to another directory or one user to another user. You're going to move the file from one directory to another directory, right? How to change the ownership you need to ask. Then I'm going to teach tomorrow. I understand ownership. You are not going to move the, see guys, copying means we are trying to copy. We have one directory, files are different, right? Directories are different. So we need to say how to change the ownership of file from one user to another user. Bhushan, clear? I hope you got it, guys. Moving means copy paste, cut paste. Moving means See, for example, I'm a one user. I have one book along with me, right, guys? Who's the owner of this book? I'm a owner. I have the full rights, right? If I need to provide this book to someone, if I'm trying to moving this book from my side to maybe someone, another user, now the book ownership, it is going to change, right? If I'm providing the ownership to someone, what will happen? Usually, my book, you people, you are unable to access, guys. I need to provide the permission to you people, then only you're going to access, then the ownership you're going to change. Otherwise, we need to provide the full permission for everybody. मैं ओपन बुक करके रखना चाहिए यहाँ पे, तभी आप लोग देख पाएंगे. अगर नहीं एक्सपेशली एक पर्सन को ही देना चाह रहा हूं, so I'm going to change the ownership. So tomorrow we are going to discuss how we need to change the ownership for files and directories and those all stuff. So that's why I said don't miss the session. So tomorrow file permissions we are going to discuss how to change the file permissions, how to change the ownership, how to change the group ownership, and those all stuff we are going to discuss tomorrow, right? So thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Take care. Right? Happy weekend. We are going to